At forward, from Hampton Institute, 6'10", number 44, Rick Mahorn. At forward, from Auburn, 6'6", number 34, Charles Barkley. At center, from Duke, 6'11", number 42, Mike Jaminski. At guard, from Bradley, 6'3", number 33, Percy Hawkins. At guard, from Duke, 6'2", number 12, Johnny Dawkins. The Philadelphia 76ers.
For the Sixers,
Jim Lina.
their standard starting lineup. Hawkins and Dawkins in the backcourt. Jaminski, Mahorn, and Barkley the front line. Jimmy Lynam, the head coach. Freddie Carter, Bob Weinauer, Buzz Brayman, all on the bench with Jimmy. The trainer is Tony Harris. And now, as they dim the lights here at the stadium, that's what you see on your picture. Here are the Chicago Bulls.
Starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls. At forward, from Clemson, 6'10", number 54, Horace Grant. 6'7" forward, from Central Arkansas, number 33, Scottie Pippen. The man in the middle, from San Francisco, 7'1", number 24, Bill Cartwright. 6'2" guard, from Notre Dame, number 5, John Paxson. From North Carolina, at guard, 6'6", number 23, Michael Jordan.
For the Bulls, and Phil Jackson, Pippen, Grant, Cartwright, the front line. A backcourt, John Paxson and the incomparable Michael Jordan. Don Bach and Jim Clemens, the assistants to Phil Jackson in his first year as the Bulls head coach, and he did a superb job as the Bulls had the second best record in the East and moved comfortably in 4 games through the first round, defeating the Milwaukee Bulls. Milwaukee Bulls, that's the Milwaukee Bucks. The Sixers were extended to 5 games, but really beat up the Cavaliers at home in Game 5 to move on.
You can probably call Milwaukee anything you want.
Right now, they're golfers.
You can call them golfers, you can call them gone, you can call them whatever right now.
Milwaukee gone.
76ers are definitely going to have to withstand probably an early rush by the Chicago Bulls. The 6th man, which will be the 18,000 screaming fans, will definitely be behind the Chicago Bulls this evening. The 76ers are going to have to withstand that early rush and hopefully stay in this game.
2 clubs come to the center of the floor here at the Chicago Stadium. Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by Miller High Life. The best comes shining through. The officials for tonight's game, Hugh Evans, Bill Sarr, and Joe Forty. And this will be Bill Sarr, a veteran, to put it in the air. And the tap won by the Bulls and Scottie Pippen. Paxson and Jordan in the backcourt. Grant, Cartwright, and Pippen the front line. Jordan, down deep. Cartwright goes up, no, follows, and scores. So their first bucket comes inside. Cartwright on a putback. Dawkins, Barkley. Jaminski raises up around the rim and no good. Well, way down in and jumped out. Jordan down the lane, stripped by Mahorn. The lead is for Dawkins, and we're tied at 2.
Good defense by Rick Mahorn to strip Michael Jordan as he was getting ready to go up for the shot, which led to the easy point by Dawkins. Interior defense is going to have to play big for the 76ers.
Now Jordan thinks he can post up Hawkins. They doubled him that time. Wide open, Cartwright, no. Kaminsky the rebound. Stolen by Jordan. He fires, scores. Oh, the turnover hurt there.
Mike Kaminsky, after getting the rebound, brought it down to his waist. And that's the worst spot you can bring it as long as Michael Jordan is around. Keep it up around your shoulders.
Barkley against Grant. There's the double by Pippen. Wide open Dawkins as they swung it. Heel of the rim is all. Mahorn poked loose. Pippen. Paxson drives. Layup good. 7-2. The Bulls. And they're going to say Jordan's jumper was a 3 from the left side. And the Bulls with a 5-point advantage early on. Poked away Pippen. Mahorn short. Jordan. Paxson, the lead is for Pippen, and Barkley broke it up with a great defensive play.
Tremendous defensive effort by Charles Barkley as they tried to get the lob pass to Pippen. Take a look at the good effort by Charles Barkley there. His feet are out of bounds, but
where'd you get that monitor? Star Wars?
Isn't that a beauty?
Pippen has had his hand on a couple of balls. Here's Jordan raising up and scoring again. Pippen and Jordan at the defensive end averaged in the Milwaukee series about 3 steals apiece, and that translated into about 10 points for Chicago. And those are 10 points that you don't have a chance to contest. Mahorn hammers it home in a whistle, and there'll be a foul on the play.
Good penetration by J.D. that time. J.D. was able to get in the paint, take a look at it. Comes down. Rick Mahorn comes over as Cartwright comes out. Good feed over. He's fouled by Pippen. Draws the foul. Go to the line, try to make the three-pointer.
Missed the free throw try. You know, interestingly enough, Steve, in the regular season 4-game series, Jordan, this man, returns and scores here. He has 3 field goals already in this one, but he only got to the line 19 times in 4 games. So the Sixers obviously did a pretty good job there.
Well, he hasn't been to the line yet, but he has 9 points. So,
yeah, maybe you ought to put him on the line. Barkley. No, rebound, Cartwright.
That initial emotional lift.
Grant to the hole, and he scores. Jimmy may want a timeout and done. We're going to get a timeout with 8:33 left to play here in the first quarter. The Bulls 13, the Sixers 4. We'll be back to Chicago Stadium. Now they're going to change it.
Home game of the Chicago series after the 76ers win the first 2, hopefully, against the Bulls. Tickets for the next home game will go on sale Ticketron and Ticketmaster locations.
And we want to offer our congratulations, Steve, to Alan Lupkin, the 76ers equipment manager. He and his wife, Leah, are the proud parents of a 4-pound, 7-ounce baby boy, Alan Lupkin Jr., and all 3 are doing fine. And because Alan couldn't be here, Lenny Oakes is here as working the equipment for the 76ers, and he'd like to send get-well wishes to Uncle Ed Mackin in North Wildwood, New Jersey. He's a great Sixer fan, recovering from an illness. Sixers timeout, and Dawkins penetrated. That wouldn't go down, and here come the Bulls, 3-on-2, and Grant pounds it home off the break.
Chicago shooting 7 of 9 at this juncture. 76ers not getting back in the emotion of the start of this ball game that the fans are helping Chicago out with, are certainly helping to produce the
Mahorn over Cartwright, no, and the rebound called down by Grant. Paxson, Pippen. Grant, little give and go. On the drive, no. Pippen kept it alive, but touched it left out of bounds. J.D. straight up at the top against Paxson. Hawkins, free throw line extended right. Jordan, one of the best defenders in the league, blocked it. And Pippen tears it out of the air. Paxson, Grant wheels and deals. Nope. Sixers trying to settle down. They trail 15-4. Barkley behind his back. Jaminski pounds it home. Great assist by Charles.
Charles realized that Pippen was coming over to double team and try to block the shot. Mike Jaminski was left wide open on the right side.
Jordan again trying to post up Hersey. Turns, fires, scores.
Well, they're going to have to get down and double Jordan. There's no question about that. He is just posting up Hawk at will.
9 in the game. Well, Michael Jordan. Skip pass. Hersey. Jordan sailed by, and Hersey scores. That's one way to counteract that. Answer at the other end. First 2 of the game for Hersey with a monster series against Cleveland. Paxson, he trained it. 4 in the game for Paxson.
Obviously, the layoff did not hurt the Chicago Bulls. 4 days they had off.
Charles and Jordan blocked it but fouled it. Charles going, who came out of where to get that?
Well, like you said, Michael Jordan averaged almost 3 steals per game. Take a look at Michael Jordan coming from the backside. He had ball, but he also got him across the arms in the back a little bit. Charles will go line to shoot too, but starting to get a little physical in here, and you would think that the 76ers would have taken the initiative in that area. But the Chicago Bulls are certainly not letting the 76ers come in there and get any easy.
Yeah, you watch the tape of the Bulls-Milwaukee Bucks series, and Milwaukee tried to play physically, and Chicago started to assert themselves the last couple of games. They would prefer not to play that way. There's a foul. It's on Hersey, holding it again, this time on the right side. Jordan trying to post up.
That's all right. Now, that's a good call because Hawk was pushing Jordan, but they have to call down the other end also. Let's keep an eye on that, see if they make it both ways.
Horace Grant. Jordan. Hersey, good job on him. Forced it. Wouldn't go down.
Hawk was in his shorts that time. He did a good job defensively.
Charles barreling to the hole and a whistle. Charlie knifing to the middle.
Now that is where the mismatch definitely is, with Charles being guarded by Horace Grant out 15 feet. He does not have the quickness to stay with Charles because of Charles' first step is so good.
That also means that Mahorn has a strength edge over Pippen on the other side.
And all they have to do is try to take advantage of it.
I think Phil Jackson's probably going to change. We're going to see a lot of change-ups defensively, Steve. I would bet that he's going to rotate Cartwright, Pippen, and Grant and try to find where each one is most comfortable. I wouldn't be surprised to see Pippen check Jaminski at times.
See, right there you had Horace Grant trying to block out Rick Mahorn on the free throw, and Rick Mahorn just pushed him underneath the basket and almost got the offensive rebound.
19-11, Chicago. Jordan, and he controlled it. Jumper, nope. Rebound Mahorn. He just rolled Grant out of there again. Here comes Charles into the lane, stolen back by Grant. 2-on-2, Jordan. He lost it, Mahorn stole it. Hersey drives and scores, and no whistle. Very good. Faked the pass, took the shot, collided with Cartwright, and gets the hole, or gets the hoop.
Once again, that goes back to my old theory. That's either a charge or a block, so something should have been called there. A lot of contact that was unnecessary.
Cartwright muscles his way in and scores. They've gone down deep to Cartwright 3 times here in the first period.
Well, obviously, they were watching the film of the Cleveland series. Phil Jackson realized that possibly they had an opportunity to get Cartwright involved in the offense against Mike Jaminski.
Cartwright got the roll and has 5 points in the ball game. Here comes Hersey on the pop out. Stumbles. Hodges is checked in, and he and Cartwright doubled on Hersey. You got Jordan out of the game right now. Now, he sprained both ankles against Milwaukee in the last game. Plus, he took a hard fall in that series. And he comes out of the game early here. So it's Paxson and Hodges in the backcourt. Barkley raises up a rainbow that's no good, and Pippen grabs the rebound. Pippen for the jam. Coast to coast. The rebound and pounded that baby home at the other end.
Tell you what, he reminded me of Julius flying through there. He had that ball way above his head, went above all the defenders, and just slammed it over Charles.
Dawkins drives, and a buck foul on Paxson. Watch this again.
See if this doesn't remind you of Julius. Take a look. He's taking off the foul line right here, has the ball over his head, flies through the air. Here comes Charles. Don't get in there. Don't get in there.
Ron Anderson checks in. So it is Barkley, Mahorn, and Anderson now, with Dawkins and Hawkins in the backcourt. For Chicago, Jordan is on the bench. Hodges and Paxson in the backcourt. Grant, who checks Barkley here, and flicks the ball away. Pippen and Cartwright the front line.
Scottie Pippen has elevated his game so much in the playoff series so far against Milwaukee, and this evening so far early on, though. But I mean, he's a much better ball player than a lot of people give him credit.
What a difference a year makes. What about the year he hit?
Yeah.
Mahorn, no. Tough rebound, Anderson, blocked by Grant. Pippen. Hodges, the pull-up. Barkley will run it out. To Dawkins. To Charles. Drives. No. Follows. No, but a foul.
Once again, the contact on the shot. That's either a charge or a block. The referee cannot continue to let that type of contact go. As we take a look, J.D. will pass it back over to Charles. Here comes the contact right there. That's either a charge or a block. It has to be something. Charles tips it in, gets fouled by the little guy. Hey, you don't want the foul on the little guy. You want it on the big guy.
Stacey King gets set to check in for Chicago. We'll get our first look at the rookie, who, as the season wore on, got more and more meaningful minutes and began to play like a first-round draft pick for Chicago.
I think he was a little nervous coming into the NBA in October, but he certainly has played big.
Here he comes. He gets Horace Grant. Now, how much deeper will Phil Jackson go?
Not much.
That's a question that might be a key in this series as it moves along. He's gone to his bench and gotten Hodges into the game and King. So he's gone 7 deep early on.
But the only other player he'll bring in here is Ed Neely,
who's more of an enforcer type.
Right.
Or your favorite, Will Perdue. Pippen from the top of the key, heel of the rim heavy. Hawk. The pull-up. No, Charles. Big rebound. Back up. Nope. Rebound King. Loose ball. Foul Charles. An A for effort, but he picked up the foul.
If you're a coach, you don't mind those types of fouls because you're really giving 100%. Take a look. He snatches it out. Instead of taking it right back up, he tries to get fancy. He should have taken it right back up to the basket, though.
Charles is 0 for 4 from the field. Pippen uses the screen. Missed it. Rebound. Charles again. Charlie with 5 boards. Anderson.
Ron Anderson.
Kind of waited for Hodges and Paxson to run by and said, okay, thank you very much. I'll make those easy ones.
But now, as so often happened this year, the Bulls watching the Sixers climb back in the absence of Michael Jordan. Wheeling and dealing. King, no. Rebound, Charles again.
It's amazing of the level of play, how it goes down when Michael is out. I mean, Michael's a great player, but you should have some bench that can come in and maintain the lead.
Anderson from outside, bang, down the well it went.
Ron Anderson has played big against the Chicago Bulls, hasn't he, this year?
He had a career high, I think, or a season high anyway, against Chicago. Chicago wants a timeout as the Sixers have closed back to within 5 with 1:59 remaining here in the first period.
76ers starting to improve their field goal percentage near a little bit. They are 7 for 19 now, 37%. But Chicago doing a marvelous job early on, 11 for 21, 52%, as Michael Jordan has hit about 5 shots first period. There's one of them right here. It's a little turnaround jump shot.
Yeah, but you know what? The big story, Steve, really was the absence of Jordan. And he's going to check back in now, but he must have asked out of this thing because he had a hot hand early, and Phil certainly wasn't going to sit him down.
Although with a 10-point lead early on in the first period, you might say, okay, I have an opportunity maybe to rest him for a few minutes, see what my bench can do.
I feel a little more comfortable with a 20-point lead with that bench.
Yeah. Obviously, Phil Jackson found out that his bench couldn't do a whole lot as they...
Jordan. King wheeled the wrong way, and Pippen. Jordan fakes and fires and scores. Jordan is 5 for 7 and has 11 points in the game. That time, Charles went sailing by him.
Not a bad start for Michael Jordan. One thing you know he can do, he can go for 50, and you want to try to prevent that. You've got to double team him, triple team him, do whatever you can, but make the other players beat you.
And here's the part of this game that people don't read about or hear much about. Defensively, one of the best defenders, if not the best in the league. Hodges, nope, that's short. Jordan's tap won't go. Hodges has it. It's out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Bulls. Chicago will inbound at their own baseline.
Yeah, a lot of people, you take a look at Michael Jordan, you see that he's averaging 36 points, but he was also voted the best defensive player in the league 1 year also. So
Yeah,
what a marvelous player.
He can really defend it. Cartwright, turnaround. That time he posted out high and just shot the little turnaround. He likes that. He'll spin back to his right, off the left side. He's not a good shooter off the right side. Doesn't like to turn that way. Ron Anderson, traffic, scored anyway.
See, they're playing Ron Anderson to make that quick pass over to the right side to J.D. That time, the defensive player was already in the line of the pass, and he just took it to the hoop.
Pippen knocks one down from outside. He has 4 points in the game. 30-21, a 9-point Chicago lead. Now, if they get to 10, what you think he'll take Michael out again?
Not again.
Learned his lesson. 23 seconds left to play in the period. Percy wheeling and dealing, and stripped and stolen by Jordan. Percy wanted a foul. Here comes Jordan, 12 seconds. Hodges for 3, kaboom. Dead baseline right. 8 seconds left in the period. Charles, 1 second, and he's not going to get it away. Did not get it away. So we played 1 quarter. Chicago 33, the Sixers 21. We'll be right back.
Stay focused in this ballgame. You can't worry about anything Michael Jordan does. There he strips Hawk of the ball, whether it's a foul or not, doesn't really matter, because here comes Jordan up the court on the right side, puts a lot of pressure on J.D. Jordan just passes it over to Hodges. Boom, knocks the three-pointer down, and Hawk wasn't even in the picture. You've got to get back defensively. If you've got a complaint, do it at a timeout or at the end of the period.
Well, Jordan sat down. The Bulls saw the Sixers come back, but then the Chicago closed the first quarter with a 9-2 run, and they lead 33-21 And here's an illegal defense call against Chicago. To set it for you to begin the second period, Hawkins and Dawkins in the backcourt. Bob Thornton will be in the middle now, flanked by Ron Anderson and Charles Barkley, as the Sixers set up offensively. Hodges, Jordan, Pippen, King, and Cartwright for Chicago, and this is Stacey King. Jordan, dribble drive, kicks it out. Pippen, short. Thornton. Charles, traffic, scored, and was fouled.
Exactly what J.D. has to do. Even on a make, you try to push the ball up. Their shot was missed. They pushed the ball up. J.D. found Charles on the left side. Take it strong to the hoop. Draw the contact. Make the shot. Wasn't an easy one, but he made it anyway. One more angle. Little different look. Gets the hit. Tough angle for the shot. He was underneath the backboard.
Cartwright comes out. Grant comes in, so Chicago goes small as Barkley completes the three-point play, and Jimmy's going to counter now as he's going to come back with Jaminski.
Good move by Jimmy. I don't know why, just because one coach always counters small, why the other coach goes small. I never understood that. Go with big guys.
King pounded inside, and finally Grant finished it off. Here comes Johnny pushing it again, as Steve suggested. Anderson off the dribble and a hand check foul on Scott Pippen.
Saw Ron Anderson. He's hit a couple outside jump shots. The last time he took the ball to the right, Scottie Pippen was kind of playing him to go that way. The left side was open going baseline. Ron Anderson took it and drew the foul.
Well, isn't this interesting? He gets Hawkins, does Jaminski, so Jimmy gets even bigger.
Pounded inside now. Pounded inside.
Chicago has gone small in the absence of Cartwright. They've got King, Grant, Pippen, the front line, Hodges and Jordan.
Take it quick, Charles.
Barkley one-on-one against Grant. Charles, 6 on the shot clock. In traffic. Anderson raises up short. Rebound, Hodges.
Charles held the ball too long that time. If you're going to take a guy, take him quick.
Hodges, 3 won't go down. Thornton wrestles and finally wins the rebound. Jaminski posted over Pippen. Around the rim, it wouldn't go down.
Boy, Mike is struggling offensively. He had a couple go down and come back out so far tonight.
That went down like a corkscrew and came out. Hodges in and out. His went way down. 9:57 left to play first half. 35-24 Chicago. They've led from the outset. Anderson trying to post up Jordan. Give him a little taste of his own medicine, and the ball deflected out of bounds. It'll belong to the Sixers with 11 on the shot clock. Long range, Bob Thornton. J.D. off the dribble and a pump foul.
Here's that last post-up by Ron Anderson. Look at Jordan denying the ball to Ron Anderson. Finally comes in. Michael's quick enough and has the leaping ability to knock the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, you're going to have a tough task dumping it over Jordan, especially with a guy Ron Anderson's size. You've got to have to be a 6'8", 6'9" guy to be able to throw it over the top of it.
And then you might not get it over their head.
J.D. at the free throw line. B.J. Armstrong comes on, and Jimmy Lynam will counter with Scott Brooks momentarily.
That miss by J.D. That was his first one of the playoffs. He was 12 for 12 up to that point.
Armstrong, the rookie out of Iowa. Jordan.
With a two-pointer.
13 in the game for Michael Jordan. 37-25, the Bulls. So now Phil Jackson really has gone about as deep as he'd like. Jaminski jams one inside when he went to Armstrong. That's 18. And as Steve said, he may use Neely, but only to rest somebody. Pippen, great drive. You talk about shutting the middle down. Well, the Sixers answered right back, same deal. Johnny right down the heart of the lane and then kicked it off to Charles.
Well, the interior defense of the 76ers have given up about 5 shots so far in the paint area, and it's something that cannot continue if they expect to win. They're down 10 with 8:51 to go. Charles has an opportunity to cut it to 9.
And Charles has 10 in the game, looking for 11 here. He tries to complete a three-point play.
76ers really haven't tried to double team or deny Jordan the ball yet. It looks like they're just kind of playing him one-on-one, which could be a huge mistake because he can go for 40 or 50.
Well, I'll tell you what, Steve, we wondered how much confidence Phil Jackson had in his bench. He's going to go to Purdue in a moment. That would mean he'd already gone 90.
Yeah.
And that surprises me. Ball turned over to Chicago.
Look at that first step by Pippen. 1 dribble, 2 dribbles, goes in for the layup. And that's what we were talking about. The interior defense of the 76ers cannot allow that to happen.
Grant, Will Purdue, Armstrong, Jordan, and Pippen now for the Bulls. So with a 9-point lead, as Jordan fires and misses, Phil Jackson has been able to go to his bench and rest people. Not that Chicago wasn't rested coming in.
Can rest everybody but Michael.
For 3, Charles. No, Purdue the rebound.
Charles, you don't want to take that shot. Stay inside. Go inside on the guy. You've got Will Purdue, who's a non-shot blocker. The guy that's guarding him, Horace Grant or Pippen, is not going to block his shot. Go inside. Try to draw something.
Pippen uses Purdue's pick at the top. Little dribble handoff for Jordan. Fakes and fires in and out. Barkley the rebound. (39-30). Sixers have it inside double digits. It slices to 7. They got to within 5 in the first quarter. Kaminsky fakes, fires, scores. Now he can take Purdue.
Well, if his shot is falling.
That one did, and it's a 7-point Chicago lead.
Mike Kaminsky, though, is 3 for 5, so that's a good sign for the 76ers, and Mike Kaminsky has to feel comfortable right now at this point.
Armstrong wide open. Knocked it down. They doubled on Jordan. He found the open man, and he'll make you pay one way or the other. That's why he's just doubly dangerous. Barkley tipped loose. Anderson spins, goes up. No, Thornton tipped it in. Bobby Thornton coming from the weak side. Tapped it in.
Michael Jordan, I think, got a piece of Ron Anderson's shot.
Jordan's scoop is good. How he got between the 2 defenders, I don't know, but he did.
I'll tell you one thing right now. I don't think Ron Anderson can guard Michael Jordan. It's very difficult for a quick guard to play any type of defense on Jordan, let alone the 3 spot.
And that time he beat Jordan, so he answered right back on a little give and go. 43-36.
Ron's going to need some help, though, guarding Jordan. Go double him right now before he does anything with it.
Jordan. Armstrong. The rookie has 4 points. Armstrong a steal and then missed the jumper. They had an opportunity to really have the crowd up and roaring there as Armstrong stole it and then cranked up a 3. Here's Bill Saar.
Foul on Will Purdue for throwing an elbow in the back of Mike Kaminsky, and Will saying, who, me?
He has that look on it, look on his face, Steve. I mean, he's not playing, just when he's walking around. That's the way he walks around. 5:38 left to play here in the First half, 45-36 Chicago. Games of this Chicago series. Now, after the Sixers have secured 2 wins against the Bulls, tickets for the next home game would be on sale at Ticketron and Ticketmaster locations. So only single seats remaining for the first 2 games. Those games Friday and Sunday at the Spectrum.
And I would like to commend the fans that were there in the 5th game on Saturday that helped cheer the 76ers on. It was a tremendous crowd. They were loud, and I'm certain that they helped the 76ers win that 5th game.
Oh, they did. Good crowd. In fact, the crowd was loud and into it in all 3 of the games. 2 of them were sellouts, and 1 was not the first game of the series against Cleveland, but a very knowledgeable crowd on hand. Hopefully, a big turnout for the Chicago Bulls to answer their crowd, which, as we said, is the loudest in the NBA. Kaminsky makes it a 45-38 Chicago lead. Armstrong against Brooks. Pippen against Anderson. Mahorn playing King, but giving him plenty of ground. Cartwright wheels in, goes over the hook and scores.
Good quick move by Bill Cartwright to come into the paint area. He's able to get the hook shot off. I like that when post-up players can make that quick move like that.
Kaminsky, hook, no. Cartwright the rebound. Pippen, spotted up, thought about a 3. 1 dribble. Jordan. King, no, but a foul. Foul is on Rick.
Here comes the double team on Jordan. Stacey King, nice feed by Jordan, though. I tell you, he is so good. I mean, if he's isolated, he knows he can take it. If the double team comes at him, he knows that he can get to the ball. You stand in that spot, and that ball will be there for the shot. No, Stacey King, the recipient of that nice pass by Jordan. He was fouled by Rick Mahorn.
B.J. Armstrong nearly stole a rebound. Unable to hang on, the Sixers have it. 4:43 left to play in the first half here from the Chicago Stadium. Neil Funk, Steve Mix, with the Bulls leading by 10, 48-38. Brooks against Armstrong. Brooks beats him, fires, and scores. Good job, Scott Brooks.
Scotty's got to be happy that he can see a guy he can look eye to eye with right out there with B.J. Armstrong. Scotty feels like, I can take this guy.
Cartwright, high post. Jordan circle, 7 on the shot clock. He fires, missed it. Mahorn gobbles up the rebound. Anderson had Kaminsky for a moment.
Bill Cartwright recovered well, though, defensively.
Outside, Brooks, no. Rebound, Pippen, or rather, Stacey King. Jordan, now Hersey playing. Cartwright. Fakes, turns, little hook, no. And the rebound, Stacey King. Told you, Cartwright doesn't like the right side of the basket at the offensive end nearly as much as he likes the left side.
And why is he over there?
Well, I don't know. Why did he miss the shot? He made the other one on the other side.
Yeah.
Jordan, double clutch and scores. Wow.
Ron
It looked
Anderson.
like he was going to get it up.
Yeah, Ron Anderson had his hand right in Jordan's face and where the ball was.
Michael Jordan got a piece of that, and he's going to argue that he got the ball and there was no foul. Timeout taken with 2:56 left. And the Bulls leading the Sixers by 10 as Chicago has led the entire first half. We'll be right back.
points on 7 of 13 shooting. On the other hand, Hawkins only has 4 points. He's only gotten up 5 shots, but I think you got to give some credit to Jordan for playing good defense.
And another key in this game, Steve, and I know you're a possession guy, Bulls have only turned it over 2 times in this ballgame, and during the regular season, they also did a good job of not turning the ball over against Philadelphia and giving the Sixers a chance to get some easy transition baskets.
Well, in the 4 games against Philadelphia, they only averaged about 10.8 per game. So, as you can see, 76ers defense really didn't bother the Bulls during the regular season. Although the turnovers did go up against Milwaukee, I think because of their fine guard play by Robertson and everybody else. They were averaging almost 16 turnovers per game there.
I would agree, though. They have one of the better backcourts in the game. A lot of steals come out of that Milwaukee backcourt. 50-41, Chicago with the lead in the ball. Grant out high. Cartwright. He'll face from that side, goes inside. Nope. The rebound run down by Paxson. Good hustle. Jumper won't go down.
Well, we've gone one more deep, Neil. And that's
Davis. I'll tell you what, are you surprised? I'm a little surprised.
I really am surprised.
Ursi, I think maybe your point is that he has the lead and he feels comfortable enough to make those substitutions. I did not think he'd go that deep. I really didn't.
Although Michael Jordan, other than the couple minutes he sat out in the first period, is still in the ballgame. So anytime you have Michael out there, maybe you feel you can put any other 4 guys out there with him.
Good point. 50-41. Ursi. Davis picked him up on a switch. He falls down. Ball loose. Mahorn for Charles. Barkley bangs his way to the hole. Block. Got it back and scored. Charles now 3 for 8, or rather 3 for 9 from the field. 13 points, 7 of 8 from the line. Paxson, no. Rebound, Johnny Dawkins. J.D. scoop score. Good move.
And if he would have stopped a little bit, he could have drawn Michael Jordan's 3rd personal, but he wanted to score the basket instead. It's always better to get the basket.
50-45. Sixers once again have gotten back to within 5 and take a 20-second timeout here.
And don't miss game 2 in the playoffs when the Sixers and the Bulls go head-to-head Wednesday at 8. Following the Sixers, the pregame at 7:30 here on PHL 17.
Get a look at Johnny Dawkins coming off this break after the long rebound popped to him at the free throw line. He goes coast to coast. You see Jordan just take a swipe at it, missed. But as Steve pointed out, had he fouled, it would have been his 3rd personal foul. Here's what's on tap at halftime when Neil Hartman will look back at the fabulous '84 draft, which produced many of today's NBA headliners. Pat Croce has some words on shin splints. That's always good news. And Neil Hartman has all the stats and highlights from the first half. Sixers now off the miss can get to within 3.
And as badly as the 76ers have played, they are only down 5. It's amazing. Jimmy Lionel has to feel good about this half right now.
There's a whistle, and there's a hold. Davis caught in a mismatch with Jaminski. Jaminski was just going to flat post him up. Davis fouled him. Penalty situation. Mike to the free throw line. So G will have a couple coming. Mike in the game, 3 of 6 from the floor, 2 of 2 from the line. 2 rebounds and 8 points.
This copyright program is presented by the authority of the NBA and the Philadelphia 76ers. Any rebroadcast without express written permission is prohibited. 76ers only have 1 team foul, so they do have 1 to give sometime in the last 51 seconds.
Mike makes the second one. G-Man with a pair of free throws. It's a 3-point Chicago lead. Sixers are right there. Chicago played well early, but the Sixers didn't let them get out behind. Jordan draw the foul and get to the line. Now, we told you Jordan has not gotten to the line much against Philadelphia. But this is his first trip tonight in this game.
In the 4 games during the regular season that Jordan played, he only got to the line 5 times. During the playoffs against Milwaukee, he was getting there 12 times.
Average 5 times a game.
Yes.
19 total for the 4 games. But the point being, when you look at the box score, normally you'll see Jordan at the line maybe for 10 free throws.
Kind of like Jordan, or Jordan is the same way as Charles Barkley. Both players have the ability to draw the fouls, and there's a rare miss for Michael Jordan.
Now the Sixers could draw to within a field goal. J.D. to the glass, short. Cartwright. Got it to Jordan. Looked at Charles like, hey. 16 seconds left. Guess who's going to take the shot?
Oh, surprise, surprise, huh?
Jordan off the Cartwright pick. Down the lane he comes. Kicks it out, but a foul as he got in the air. Oh, yeah, a little shake and bake move there as he hit the lane.
Charles is saying he dished it off, but it doesn't really matter as the Bulls are in the penalty now.
Jordan makes the first. He has 19 points in the game. We're 6 seconds away from halftime. Pippen will sit down. Jordan with another coming. 52-47. 6.7 seconds left. First half. Neil Funk, Steve Mix. Neil Hartman comes your way at halftime. Shin splints?
You calling Neil Hartman shin splints?
No, I don't know.
Just checking.
Sixers try to get it up. 3 seconds. J.D. flings it, and Charles caught it. We played 1 half. 53-47. Chicago led from the opening tap. And the Sixers couldn't catch him, but they got close. Stay tuned now for 76ers halftime with Neil Hartman.
As a Nigerian soccer player, Hakeem Olajuwon quickly outgrew the sport. When he arrived in the United States, his 7-foot frame steered him to basketball, where he became a feared center with the Houston Cougars. Phi Slamma Jamma became a catchphrase for this Southwestern Conference dynamo. In Chapel Hill, dominant basketball players were not uncommon. One in particular, though, was a little more flamboyant than all who preceded him. Michael Jordan was Showtime. Teamed with some of the nation's finest talent, he blended in well, never really showing the dominance that was yet to come. At Auburn, there was a young man from Leeds. Legend had it that he could eat 2 pizzas every night and still run like a gazelle. He was the round mound of rebound, or Boy George, if you will. Charles Barkley was his name, and he weighed in at 300-plus pounds. The year was 1984, and they were about to explode into the NBA.
The Houston Rockets, who are represented here by owner Charlie Thomas and his daughter Tracy, select Hakeem Olajuwon of the University of Houston.
NBA talent experts have said that once every 10 years, you will have the opportunity to draft a center. And once every 25 years, you will have the opportunity to draft a dominant center. Hakeem the Dream, as he is known, is exactly that for the Houston Rockets. As a 6-time All-Star, Olajuwon has established himself as one of the best of the decade. It wasn't always easy for him, though. Earlier in his career, Hakeem learned under the tutelage of Moses Malone, who taught a raw talent how to become a legend. His impact on the NBA is greater than most could have ever expected.
The Chicago Bulls pick Michael Jordan of the University of North Carolina.
Jack Ramsey and the Portland Trailblazers selected Sam Bowie with the #2 pick in the draft. Bowie has missed 333 games to injury, while Michael Jordan has gone on to become perhaps the greatest player of all time. Jordan's career average of 32.8 points per game is the highest career average in NBA history. The number 4 pick that year was Jordan's college teammate, Sam Perkins, to Dallas, bringing up the number 5 selection.
Philadelphia 76ers select Charles Barkley of Auburn University.
As a forward in college, some experts thought Barkley would never really become a star on the next level. At 6'4", he was too short to play power forward, and at 275 pounds, he was too slow to play the small forward. Charles Barkley, though, exploded into the NBA. Playing for Billy Cunningham, CB lost weight, and his athletic ability took over. He could do it all: run, shoot, pass, rebound, and defend. But it was not until this year that he finally became a complete player. He matured, and he has impacted the NBA along with Michael and Hakeem more so than any other draft class.
The interior defense for the Chicago Bulls is playing very well. They have 6 block shots compared to the Philadelphia 76ers 2. And the guys you would expect to lead the way, Michael Jordan with 25 assists for him, and Charles Barkley 13 points and 10 boards.
Also, Mike Jaminski in double figures for the Sixers, and Jordan the only Bull in double figures in the first half. Jaminski, a looping hook from the baseline, and Barkley the rebound. Charlie had 10 boards in the first half, now has 11 for the game.
4 offensive, which is a good sign.
Dawkins from outside, no. Jordan and Barkley got tangled up underneath. And a no call there as they were finally able to extricate themselves, all wrapped up. Jordan. Grant at the top. Bulls got out of the gate very quickly. Cartwright falling, firing, no. Rebound, Charles, and he has 12 rebounds.
Cartwright now 4 for 10. He started off hitting his first couple shots. He went cold also.
They ISO Charles on the left wing. Here comes Pippen. He runs at him with a double. Dawkins scoops and was raked across the side of the head. And he'll get to the free throw line.
Charles Barkley had just 9 shots in the first half. This time he's isolated over on the left side with Horace Grant on him. And I don't know why he didn't take him. He called Johnny Dawkins over and said, "Here, Johnny, you take it, see if you can beat Paxson," which he did. But I'd like to see Charles just take it real quick one time.
Other big stat for the first half, the Sixers were 13 of 17. They shot 17 free throws. The Bulls shot only 7 and made 5. So the Sixers were able to stay at the game at the free throw line. And they're to the within 4 as Dawkins knocked the second one down. Pippen dances away from Barkley. Cartwright, jumper, good.
Tough shot. Mike Jaminski in Bill Cartwright short that time. Made Cartwright take an uncharacteristic shot. Made him put a little bit more arc on it than normally. And the shot went in. You see Cartwright coming down kind of laughing about it.
Mahorn against Cartwright. Pump fakes him, drives, and wouldn't go. Rebound, Grant. Pippen on the run. The Grant layup is good, and on the continuation, the foul. Rebound, and they got it to midcourt to Pippen. To Grant slashing in off the left wing. 8 in the game for Grant. And a chance to make it 9, and Lincoln a 57-49 Bulls lead. Bricked it, and it was tipped in.
Mike Jaminski cannot let that bother him. He's going to have to go down and still hustle.
He flailed at it along with one of the Bulls. They still haven't announced who they'll give the field goal to. He got it back at the other end, Mike Jaminski.
Sometimes you let a play like that bother you for 2 or 3 times down the floor. That time Mike Jaminski put himself in a position to be involved in the offense right away.
Pippen, pump fakes, fires, no, rebound, Mahorn. Tracy for three. Nope. Charles ran it down, though. It came away long, and Charlie was right there.
Sixers score here. I would assume Phil Jackson would call timeout.
Kaminsky running it. Pippen steals. Kind of trailed him and then accelerated, was able to intercept. Jordan strip. Both clubs look a little unsettled here. Jordan took his eye off of it, dribbled it out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Sixers. Crowd would have loved that because it was Barkley and Jordan. They would have been head-to-head. Dawkins, down the boulevard he comes, and a whistle. That's going to go against the Sixers.
Mike Kaminsky moving on the screen.
Second on G-Man, and the second on the Sixers as a team. Against Dawkins. Jordan, the post up, no. The rebound, Mahorn.
And that's right there with Jordan posting up is where they were able to build that lead up initially. There they tried to go back to a little bit with Jordan posting up once again.
59-51. That's off of the leg of Michael Jordan. And a new 24. They're going to rule it was a kick ball.
Not a bad call since it was a kick ball, huh? Jordan came over to double team.
Barkley, backing, faking, firing, missing, following, scoring.
Boy, he makes himself big when he's going up for that offensive rebound. I'll tell you.
Pippen answers at the other end as he line drives a baseline jumper home. 10 of the game for Pippen. Kaminsky thought about it, did Dawkins. Ducks in, missed it short. Somebody wiped Mahorn out.
Bill Cartwright.
Cartwright, all elbows and knees. A lot of guys don't like to play against him, Steve. He's just kind of an awkward type guy.
Yeah, you really don't know when he's going to hit you. Here goes the shot. You can just see him. Two hands go out right in the small of the back of Rick Mahorn. Pushes him out of bounds.
Hersey got doubled out of bounds to the Bulls.
Michael Jordan, ball's rolling out of bounds. He's making the call for the referee saying, hey, that's our ball.
Well, let's see, I play basketball, golf, I can be an official, I can do anything I want.
Yeah.
Pippen looking for a better passing lane. And didn't find one, and Charles picked it off.
Good anticipation that time by Charles Barkley as he realized Pippen was looking for a better passing angle, and once he got it, he anticipated the pass and made the good steal.
Kaminsky short, rebound Paxson. Jordan down the lane and jams with the right hand. He froze Charles at the top and then just beat everybody else. Timeout, Jimmy Lynam. The Bulls have rebuilt their lead to 10 with 6:26 left to play in the third period. We're at the Chicago Stadium. Don't go away.
Home game of this Chicago series. Hopefully the Sixers will win 2 against the Bulls. Then the next couple games will be in Philadelphia, and tickets for those home games will go on sale at Ticketron and Ticketmaster locations.
Shooting here in the third. Sixers 2 of 9, 22%. Bulls 5 of 8, 63%. And consequently, they have rebuilt their lead to double digits at 63-53. For the Sixers, Barkley, Mahorn, Anderson, Dawkins, and Hawkins.
Mike Jaminski, who's fighting the cold, was replaced by Ron Anderson. Ron Anderson had a good first half. He had 8 points coming off the bench as the Philadelphia 76ers bench outscored Chicago's 12-8.
Yeah, we probably should have mentioned that at the top because Tony Harris did come over and tell us that Mahorn, or rather Jaminski, had a bad head cold. They're trying to shake it all day. Charles double clutches and scores.
You know what was amazing about that is Michael Jordan came over. Michael's looking at Charles saying, how did you get away with that shot? Because I had that shot blocked. But when Jordan came over to try and block it, he just brought it down to his head level, waited for Jordan to go by, and then shot it.
Grant, wide open 15-footer short. Charles, another rebound. Charlie now with 16 boards. Waves everybody away. Wants to clear the side. There he comes and scores again.
That's something he can do to Horace Grant anytime he wants to take him into the paint, and Horace Grant cannot do anything about it.
I'm going to go back one. 19 points, 15 rebounds now for Charles. Jordan, he double pumped. No, but the tip dunk by Pippen is good.
Michael Jordan trying to lead the Bulls to victory tonight. He has 22 points. Charles Barkley with 19.
Mahorn, open, 14-footer right side. 4 in the game for Ricky. 65-59. Sixers trying to mount another run. Cartwright faces on Mahorn. Bangs into it, wheels in, and then dumps it off. And a whistle. It's on Rick. There was some grinding going on there between Cartwright and Rick.
Bill Cartwright throwing the left elbow or right elbow at Rick Mahorn as he was trying to make his move. Should have been a foul. Then once the shot was kind of rolled off the wrist of Cartwright, Grant got the ball, took it up, and Rick Mahorn fouled him.
Grant missed the first.
Jordan comes over and says something to Grant like, hey, listen, we need every point we can get, and these are freebies they're giving you. You got to make them.
He's 0 of 1 from the line. 4 of 6 from the field. Now he's 0 of 2 from the line. Percy the long rebound.
Grant shooting just 59% though in the playoff.
JD, that wouldn't go. Jordan. Wheeling and dealing off the dribble and finally shut down by Hersey. King, baseline, spins, and scores.
That's one of the reasons the Chicago Bulls drafted Stacey King. He was an excellent college post-up player, and he is learning the pro game as far as posting up. He made a nice spin move on Charles for the bucket.
Anderson, and somebody got a piece of that, and the Bulls come away with it. Jordan, the home run, no. The ball tapped out long. Pippen, drive, blocked by Charles, but a foul. Could be on Ron Anderson. Charles would have blocked it, but there was a foul prior to that. Here's the look. There's the bump, and there's the block.
Different angles. You see Charles coming up, blocking it again. He said, oh, you didn't call it on me. I had it clean. Foul was called on Ron Anderson.
Pippen misses, and they're 0 for their last 3. The Bulls didn't get to the line often in the first half, and now they're 0 for their last 4. Maybe they didn't want to get there. Hershey, home run. No. Rebound, Grant.
Sixers have the opportunity to get back into this game, but they are missing the shot.
Paxson circles. looking for a mismatch. Jordan kicks it out. Paxson's open. No, tap is good. Horace Grant kind of underhand flips the tip in. 5 for Horace Grant. 69-59. 2:47 left. JD off the dribble, and he's fouled. Well, you know, Steve, if you were just sitting here and never glanced at the scoreboard, you'd think the Bulls were up a ton. They're up 10, but the Sixers keep making a run at them, and they're still very much in this. With 2:44 left in the third, a timeout. Chicago Stadium, the setting. We'll be right back.
The lead back up to 10 because they are shooting 8 of 15, 53% in this third period, while Philadelphia is just 5 of 15, 33%.
Look at Paxson outside. Now, Steve, you talk about the switching, and it seems like the Sixers are running. That time, you saw Charles on Paxson, then he had to recover to try to come back inside and help, and Jordan was able to kick the ball out to a wide-open Paxson.
Well, anytime Charles is out away from the basket and the shot goes up, that means either Hawkins or Dawkins is down low trying to rebound. And those two guys certainly can't out-jump Jordan, Pippen, Grant, or Stacey King.
And consequently, the tip in by Grant.
Yeah. You've seen that a couple times in this second half where the bigger guy has tipped it in over Dawkins or Hawkins because one of the big guys for the Sixers is out on the court somewhere.
JD made a pair, 69-61. An 8-point Chicago lead. They've been in control since the very beginning, on the verge a couple of times of losing it, but then regaining it. Pippen swooping in and missing. Lob for Jordan off the inbound. You can see it coming. He started at the top of the key. And as you are wont to do as a defender, you turn your head a little bit, bang, he's gone. Rising up above everybody and pounded it in. Percy off the dribble. Blocked by Pippen. Pippen with help on for Jordan.
Pippen averaging close to 2 block shots per game in the Milwaukee series.
And here's a steal by King, and then he couldn't handle it. Good anticipation. You don't have to be quick, just smart. And that time he anticipated and nearly was off to the races.
Crowd is starting to get into it again as the 76ers have just 8 seconds on the shot clock.
Anderson. Jumper, no. Charles, the rebound, block. Here comes Jordan. Jordan lays it off underneath, and Dawkins steals it right back. The lead is for Charles against Paxson. He bangs his way in, and will get to the line.
Good foul that time by Paxson. Make Charles go to the free throw line, but Charles wasn't going to pass it off. I've got you, little guy, and I'm going to make you pay for it. He stopped Charles Barkley from getting the easy one.
Good foul, as you said. Hard foul,
yeah,
but clean.
There's a lot of these hard fouls going around in the playoffs, and a lot of the sports writers and broadcasters are starting to talk about these hard fouls and how unnecessary they are during the course of the ball game. But here we see John Paxson coming in and stopping a sure 2 from Charles Barkley, who obviously would have made the layup.
Yeah, that was as good a one as you're going to see. Now, clean, went after the ball, but made sure Charles didn't get the layup. Hodges checks in. Jordan goes out. See if the Sixers can mount a run here. Charlie knocks down the second one. Charles, big game again. 21 points, 16 rebounds. We still have more than a quarter left.
Nice to see Hawk get off track though a little bit.
We're going to do it. Now's the time. King. Over Barkley, no. Charles, the rebound. And he just getting every rebound.
He really is. He's going after every single rebound, and if he doesn't get it, he's mad at one of his teammates if they don't get it.
Ron Anderson against Paxson. Advantage Anderson. Jumper wouldn't go. Rebound Charles again. Percy takes the three. Drive. Layup good. Charles. 23.
Phil Jackson is yelling at Bill Starr coming up the floor saying Hawkins landed on the floor before he passed off, but it wasn't so, Phil.
Well, you look at the box and you would think it's Charles against Chicago.
And right now, that's about it.
Grant on a drive, kicked it out. Hodges has to force it and hit it. That breaks your heart. You play good defense, and then Hodges a prayer, and it's answered. 5 for Craig Hodges. 23 seconds left to play. Shot clock at 10. It's about a 6-second differential. 4 on the shot clock. 3. Anderson, nice and blocked by Pippen.
Goaltending. Goaltending. He pinned it on the board.
Well, one guy wanted 24-second violation. The other wants goaltending.
Take a look at it. See if the ball is up on the glass.
Can't tell.
Can't see it. But from my angle, it certainly looked like it was goaltending. The ball already hit the glass when Pippen came over there and pinned it up against the glass.
Well, they're trying to straighten it out. Hugh Evans. Well, they're going to rule it was a 24-second violation. 6.2 remain on the scoreboard clock.
Sixers have a foul to give. Foul Hodges.
I'll be honest with you, Steve. I could not tell if he had the ball on the glass and then he pinned it there. Pippen. Barkley steals for Dawkins. Plenty of time. In the lane. No. Charles tried. And Pippen rebounds. And we've played 3 quarters here at the Chicago Stadium. Chicago Bulls 73. The Sixers 65. We'll be right back. 73-65. The Bulls with the lead.
Philadelphia shooting 23 of 63 for the game, just 37%. They're going to have to do better than that. The Chicago Bulls shooting 48% on 33 of 69. Rebounds are even at 37, but guess who has 18 of them?
Charles Barkley. Sir Charles, 7 of 15 from the floor, 9 of 10 from the line, 18 boards, 23 points.
Not a bad night. You certainly can't look at Philadelphia 76ers and say it's Charlie's fault.
Baseline jumper wouldn't go down.
I'd like to see some help coming from Hawkins, who has just 9 points, but he's just 2 for 10.
And Mike Jaminski is the only other double-figure scorer with 12. Hawk drives, strip but foul.
What did I say? Hawk had 9, he had 5, and he had 5 points. Right?
Yes.
5 points on 2 for 9 shooting.
Well, you look at Dawkins and Hawkins, the backcourt combined. We talked about the front court at the top in our stand-up open. Dawkins and Hawkins combined are 4 for 19 from the field.
They have to do a much better job than that. I mean, they're getting some easy shots also. But Michael Jordan took Hawk out of this ball game early by taking him down low and posting him up and playing excellent defense on him and making him think about everything he does out there. Consequently, I think it's carrying over into this quarter.
Percy sticks a pair, and again, the lead is down to 6. Hodges against Dawkins. Jordan posted. Wheeling in. Scoop. Nope. Rebound, Ron Anderson. 11 minutes left to play. Game 1, best of 7. Conference semifinal. Anderson from downtown. No. Charles high in the air and a loose ball climbing foul on Charles. But give him an A for effort.
Once again, though, that's not a shot that I want Ron Anderson to take, that three-pointer from the top of the key. We see Charles, who's given it everything he has this evening, went over the top of Michael Jordan for the foul.
Stacey King hands to Hodges. Hodges, a three-point threat. Jordan posted. Will Purdue
Point.
bricked it. Point. That was Clank.
Clank. Will Purdue finally got in the game. He didn't play at all the first half. Phil Jackson said, let me see if I can get some time for Cartwright.
Pippen. No, he played briefly.
Sorry, you're right, he
Briefly in
did.
the first half.
3 minutes.
Inside King. And a walk. Might have been an offensive foul, but a travel prior to the contact. Our producer thinks he was out of bounds as well, so he committed 3 6.
Yeah.
All in the same play.
They gave him the lesser of the three. Just said, okay, I walked on it. No big deal.
Sixers can cut the lead to 4 here. Skip pass Hersey. Pippen recovered. Anderson fakes. Ball loose and stolen. Jordan. One too many passes. Jordan raises up, in and out. Here comes JD 1-on-2. Anderson to the hole, offensive foul.
See, there comes a point during the course of the ballgame that you really have to understand what's going on. The last time down the floor, Ron Anderson took one too many dribbles into the face of Michael Jordan, passed off, and Jordan stole the ball. This time he was wide open from 10 or 12 feet, and he didn't take the shot. Go ahead and take the little jumper. That's your range, Ron. That's your shot.
Jordan. 24, but only 4 in the second half. Hodges pick and roll, and he runs down the lane, blocked by Kaminsky. Here comes Anderson, and a nice reverse.
Now that's when you take the layup on a 2-on-1 situation. It was a good feed by Hawk over to Ron Anderson, slicing in from the left side. We have a timeout with 9:09 remaining. The Sixers have cut the lead to 4.
2 home games of this Chicago series after the Sixers have secured 2 wins against the Bulls. Tickets for the next home game after that will go on sale at Ticketron and Ticketmaster locations, but we're looking for a sellout on Friday and again on Sunday at the Spectrum. First 2 home dates in this series.
That would be nice. Sellout for the Sixers.
They have kept it close here. Every time it looked like the Bulls were going to pull away, that man, Charles Barkley, has come riding to the rescue. 23 points, 18 rebounds. His counterpart, Michael Jordan, 24 points, but 20 of those in the first half. No, not too soon. Jordan missed that.
10 of 23 now for Michael Jordan, and that's good. He is not hitting 50%. He's hitting about 45%, and you're making him work.
Anderson trying to find Charles. In traffic, he scores. Tough shot.
And may have been fouled by Grant.
Anderson on the foul as Pippen got it on the break. Now they ran after a made basket. That they didn't get. Jimmy's upset, but he's upset that they didn't get back and had to give the foul up.
Yeah, there's no reason that Ron Anderson can't get back with Scottie Pippen. And once the shot goes up, you run back defensively. The Chicago Bulls are definitely getting back defensively as a team.
Especially
Ron Anderson can get back with Scottie Pippen.
Especially when it was an inside basket by one of your big teams.
Yep. Shouldn't be that hard to get back.
How I'm going crazy. I started to answer his question. 75-71. Sixers. There's a double on Charles, an illegal defense call.
Charles is calling that. He said he's pointing to B.J. Armstrong, saying he's over that imaginary line. B.J. looked down and said, "What imaginary line?" Yeah.
They didn't have that in Iowa.
There's an imaginary line out on this floor? I don't see it.
Hawk, and they'll get a fresh 24 here.
There's a look at Charles saying, yeah, we finally got B.J. on that illegal defense. Good call.
75-72. Sixers can draw to within one. Or maybe tie it with a three. Dawkins threw it away. Jordan, middle of the floor. Lead Armstrong, blocked by Charles. And it's going to be out of bounds. That's a great defensive play by Charlie. He's done everything.
He really has. I mean, the rest of the players out on the floor might as well just jump on the saddle and say, Charlie, take me to the promised land because you are just playing tremendous.
Cartwright, an offensive rebound as we look at Charlie's block again, and then Jordan tomahawks one home. Well, you give them 3 cracks at it, and that's what'll happen.
Well, they're bound to make one, and Michael Jordan was the player to knock it home that time. As you said, he tomahawked one in.
A ton above the crowd. (77-72). So far, the Bulls have been able to fight the Sixers off. Hawkins' pull-up is good. Hawk with 10 now as he moves into double figures. 3-point Chicago lead in the ball. Tippett. Armstrong, Cartwright now. Baseline. And a whistle. It's going to be on Hersey, holding Michael off the ball.
That's the 3rd team foul on the 76ers, so that may come into play in the next minute or two. As another foul would definitely get them into the penalty.
Jordan against Hawk. Fall away jumper, nothing but net.
Not much you can do with Michael Jordan when you're isolated on him with Michael Jordan being isolated at the top of the key. He gave Hawk about 5 or 6 moves, went over to the left and just shot it over everybody.
Hawk, good spin move in traffic, and he drew the foul. He spun around Jordan and drew the foul. That's 3 on Jordan, who had 2 very early on in this game. Rick Mahorn will check back in. As Hersey gets to the free throw line. A 5-point Chicago lead. Make it 4. Rick Mahorn comes back on. Ron Anderson comes off. Hersey again, and good again. 79-76, 6:36, a long way to go.
Long way to go.
Jordan, everybody in his face, and he scored anyway. Mahorn, Barkley, and Hawkins were all there. The foul is on Rick, and Jordan made it anyway. Look, now watch this.
See, it doesn't bother a player. I didn't see the foul on Rick Mahorn, and Rick has a legitimate complaint on that foul, as he never really hit Jordan. But anytime an offensive player can turn baseline and come to the middle, that double team will not bother anybody.
82-76. Courtesy of Mr. Jordan. Dawkins for Barkley. Charles, power drive, scores, and he will go to the line.
He is so strong going to the basket. Even when a defensive player grabs his arm, he is strong enough to continue through and follow through with the shot. Take a look at Charles out on the left side. Horace Grant comes over there. Jordan whacks him on the right arm.
Charles settles himself in and completes the three-point play. 82-79. 6 minutes left. Pippen drives, jams with the right hand, and a foul. Woo! He does have some Doc-like moves.
So you never would have seen Scottie Pippen make that move like that with the confidence that he has last year. This year, all of a sudden, he comes off the screen, takes it strong to the basket, using his right arm, defends off with his left arm to keep the defensive player at bay, and slams it home.
There's some pressure now by Chicago. Barkley against Grant. 85-79. Mahorn. Hershey for three. No, again. And the rebound, Cartwright. 5.5 left. Jordan stares at Hawkins. Pippen falls down on the dribble. And Kaminsky picks up the loose ball. Dawkins. Now Barkley. Raises up with a jumper. Missed it. Rebound. Cartwright. Pippen. Nope. And he's going to get to the line.
Good foul that time by Charles Barkley.
And he went straight up with it.
Yep. Not like that foul against Elo last Saturday. This time he goes up to try to block the shot, prevents Pippen from making the shot, and he'll have to go to the line to earn it.
Pippen for the game, 3 of 5 from the line, 7 of 14 from the field, 17 points, and clang, went to Trolley there.
They are not shooting the ball at all this second half from the free throw line. They're just clanking them all up there.
They're 10 for 18 for the game. The Sixers have been to the line 29 times. And that's one of the reasons that they've been able to stay in this and keep it close. Free throw. Kaminsky. Jumper down. 86-81. Still a lot of time. 4:37. Armstrong glances back at Phil Jackson. Cartwright. Hooks. No. Mahorn snaps the rebound away from Grant. Sixers can move to within 3. Dawkins to the hole, scores.
Good screen set by Rick Mahorn to loosen Johnny Dawkins up.
3-point game, my friends. 86-83 with 3:54 left. Picked off by Hershey. They tried to find Jordan posted. JD from outside, no. Perimeter shot has hurt him.
That's something they'll be working on in practice tomorrow, I'll tell you that.
(86-83), 20-second timeout taken.
Tonight at 11, instead of getting 7 years bad luck for breaking glass, A bank loan officer becomes a miracle man on the new Twilight Zone here on PHL 17. Here's a look at Johnny Dawkins, able to get into the paint up over the outstretched arm of Bill Cartwright for two. But, you know, Neil, the 76ers guards, Hawkins and Dawkins, are just 6 of 23. And that doesn't equate to very good shooting, just 26%.
Right. They've gotten little from the perimeter. Although, you know, you're going to look at, again, you're going to look at the box tomorrow. You're going to see Dawkins is in double figures, Hersey's in double figures, Anderson's in double figures.
Look at the shooting percentage.
Yeah, not good. I agree. Paxson against Johnny Dawkins. Pippen for three. No. To beat the shot clock, and Charles ran down the rebound.
I was watching Michael Jordan's face as Paxson passed it over to Pippen. He was isolated once again with Hawk on him. And he had this little look at Paxson like, why are you throwing it over there? I'm isolated.
Hersey misses.
Throw the ball into Charles if you want to get a bucket. Charles comes back, looks at Hawk and says, throw it to me. The same. Superstars want the ball coming toward the end of the ball game. Give it to them.
2:42 left. A 3-point Chicago lead. Sixers got to D it up. Something they've done very well. Here's Jordan from outside. Nothing but net there. You come up and play him, he drives. If you give him ground, he knocks it down. Bulls 88, Sixers 83. The final 2:26 when we come back.
3 points. Charles Barkley, 28 points, 19 rebounds. And in the paper today, Neil, Michael Jordan would say that he should be able to use his size and his strength to post up Hawkins, and he has done that this evening.
Well, and to tell you, you saw the kind of yeoman work that Charles did in that third period, and that took its toll. In the fourth quarter, he has just 1 rebound and 2 points. He did just about everything except sweep out the Chicago Stadium in the third quarter. As he tried to carry Philadelphia and did, he kept them close. They're still within striking distance. Charles fake. JD, traffic, loose ball. Charles goes up, knocked to the deck, and no foul.
He was definitely fouled on that. And he comes down shaking his head, wondering why there wasn't a foul called.
But he got back. He didn't.
Yeah, you don't hang your head and wonder what's going to happen.
Jordan, no. Cartwright, wide open, point-blank range. On the follow, Jimmy timeout. And Jimmy saying that ball was tipped back into Cartwright, and the guy was out of bounds. And Jimmy was right on the end line. He's not going to win the argument, though. And there's a technical on Jimmy. 90-83, the Bulls will be right back. To fight them off.
They've done an excellent job. Michael Jordan, once again, he scored 2 possessions ago. This time he drove baseline, missed a shot, but was able to tip it over to Bill Cartwright, who made that shot. The lead is now 7. Just before timeout, Jimmy Lynam had a technical call because he was up complaining to Bill Saar, saying, hey, he stepped on the line when he made his move.
And we looked at the replay, Stephen. You couldn't see it from the angle we had, but it would have been very close to being on the line, and Jimmy was right there.
Jimmy was on the line, and you got to give coaches credit because they look for little things like that happen during the course of the ballgame, especially when it's right in front of them.
91-83 as they made the technical free throw. Jordan poked it loose. Hersey got it back. Hersey drives, reverses, no. Charles' follow is good. 91-85, minute and a half left. Charlie now with 30 in the game to go, along with 20 rebounds. Talk about big. Paxson nearly pounded. Sixers have to tighten the screws. Jordan fires. Got it. Well, you talk about guys coming up big. He has 34, Charles 30. Foul, Paxson.
Do you think it's the shoes? Do you?
No.
No.
I think it's 2 great players.
You aren't kidding.
you said when it comes down the stretch, they would both want the ball, and both of them did. It's not over. A minute left. J.D. No. Rebound, Grant. Phil Jackson, hands up, tells Jordan, be patient, spread the floor. Crowd comes to their feet. The Bulls, it would appear, are going to go up 1-0. Jordan bobbing and weaving, still with a dribble. Alley-oop, Pippen, and it didn't beat the shot clock, but they did what they wanted. They milked the clock down to 33 seconds. Jimmy wants a timeout. 93-85, an 8-point Chicago advantage. We'll be right back. And on his behalf, the Miller Brewing Company, PHL 17, donate $76 to the American Red Cross. Congratulations to Michael Jordan, 36 points thus far. A shining performance by the Bulls superstar. Right there with him was Charles Barkley, although it would appear it'll be in a losing cause.
Listen to this crowd, Neil.
Yeah.
They're going wild here in Chicago.
Anderson. Charles will fire the three, miss it, and the rebound Pippen, and that should do it. Pippen for Jordan.
Phil Jackson can breathe a little easier, and Jimmy Lynam's going to have to go back to the drawing board.
Well, it was a strange game. We both agree on that. Chicago was never able to really put them away, finish them off. Jordan for three, got it.
Well, you can change that 36
to 39. And the ball game is over. 96-85, the Bulls win round one. Round two, Wednesday night. We'll be right back. Thanks to Jordan.